It's the dawn of a new decade. You can be you again with Shatkin mini dental implants. Do you suffer with loose dentures? Are you embarrassed to smile because you're missing teeth? Here's how Shatkin mini dental implants will change your life.
I've had problems with my teeth.
I couldn't eat almost anything.
I'm gonna go and get this done.
There was no pain. I was very comfortable.
It's just unbelievable what it's done to my life.
And it makes you feel good. It does.
Kind of gave me my life back. Many dental implants made me feel like me, made me feel the person I knew I could be and always was inside. I would recommend it to anyone, and now I can smile and show the world.
Literally changed my life.
It's incredible. It is. It's absolutely incredible.
Hello everybody, I'm John DeSciullo and welcome to Innovations in Health. We are going to talk about the mini dental implant procedure. It will change your life. And I'm welcoming Dr. David Heath from Pittsboro Family Dentistry at 204 North Maple Street in Pittsboro, Indiana. Dr. David Heath, welcome to the show.
Hi, John. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the mini dental implant procedure with Dr. Heath. And you know why? Because the mini dental implant is 5 times less. It's less invasive, less pain and discomfort, less healing time, less visits to the dentist, and less expensive. You can be you again. Imagine, folks, biting into a juicy, luscious steak, biting into an apple, biting into the pork tenderloin sandwiches we love here in Indiana. Dr. David Heath is going to show us how that happens. We're going to get to know him in just a little bit. This is an FDA-approved, made-in-America product. Dr. David, let's start with the example that you have in front of you because this shows the difference between an older conventional implant and a mini dental implant.
Yeah, so with any implant, you're going to have a hole that has to be prepared in the bone. Okay, so for a conventional implant, that's a larger hole that has to be drilled through here. With the mini implant, it's a much smaller hole, about the size of a toothpick. With that size, you can see here how much less bone is going to be taken away.
And it takes a while on the conventional side to not only create that larger hole, but bone grafting and just months and months of protracted aggravation before you get to where you want to be.
It can be frustrating. If you're missing a tooth, you want to get that tooth replaced quickly. And with the size of the hole here, the more bone that's taken away, that's going to be more healing time. With the smaller implant, you have less bone taken away. The screw is retained in the bone almost immediately. There's a lot more nutrients that are going to be brought to that implant because you're not disrupting the blood flow. So it's going to heal a lot quicker.
So if you're watching and you have a denture, and you know that lower denture, Dr. Heath, swims around on the bottom of the gums.
Definitely.
Show us how the mini dental implant will stabilize the look.
For a lower denture, they almost never get suction on them. You have your tongue down there moving around, and so they really do just kind of swim around in the mouth. With the mini implants, we can usually place 4 implants depending on the bone, and they're going to be locked in with this lower denture. You can kind of hear it snap in, and it's going to be a lot more secure fit. And
one of the things that, my mom had dentures, and this is a long time ago, but when it swims around on the bottom of the gums, to keep a lower denture and an upper, which we'll show in a minute, you have to have that adhesive.
Yeah.
And that tastes terrible.
Yeah, nobody likes the goop that we have to constantly add. You usually have to add it multiple times a day, and it's just a constant aggravation.
So the goop is gone.
It's gone, John.
Yeah, it is. If you have a lower denture, folks, odds are you probably have an upper denture. But like we talked about, the sense of taste is so important. The great fresh fruits that are grown in Indiana and the luscious seafoods and all of the great drinks that we enjoy, the hot, the cold, and the sweet. The upper denture example will bring the sense of taste back. It's amazing. Take a look. So
with the upper denture, the biggest part of this is being able to take out the palate of this. So a traditional upper denture, you're going to have that palate that covers this back part where the hard palate and the soft palate meet, and you have to have that to get suction. When you have the mini implants in there, it's going to be retained by those, and it's going to snap in, and it's going to be very secure. So when you take that apart again, show us again, Dr. Heath, because you see how that's cut out, and that part in a conventional denture, an upper, is all covered with plastic. Yeah, so on your palate, you actually do have those taste buds. You have that sensation of cold and hot, and that's such an important part of being able to taste your foods. So with the mini implants, we can cut that out, we can make that horseshoe out right there, and it's gonna be retained a lot better, and you're gonna be able to taste your foods much better.
I had a lot of difficulty in eating.
I couldn't eat 3/4 of the food that I enjoyed eating because I couldn't bite down on anything.
I hadn't taken a bite of a cheeseburger in probably 10 years.
I couldn't eat almost anything.
But with these, I can eat everything.
I can eat everything. It's unbelievable.
It was done, over, done. Go home and eat.
So it doesn't slide around or move or worry about it falling out.
I had dinner 45 minutes later.
I'm enjoying the fact that I can literally get a sub and just run.
I have not had a problem.
I don't have any problem chewing anything.
And my teeth aren't falling out of my mouth.
I love it. It's life-changing.
I'm very, very pleased that I have them now.
A mini dental implant is not just for dentures, because now we're going to show you what we call the fixed on 6, and it almost resembles a full set of teeth. Well, it really does resemble a full set of teeth.
Yeah, so this is a great option. Typically, we'd place 6 to 8 mini implants into the bone, depending on the quality of the bone. And with this option, you have none of the bulky plastic. It's really a good option for anybody that has any issues with gagging and just don't like that bulky feeling.
So if somebody has a denture, they could upgrade to this procedure with a fixed on 6?
Yes, so existing dentures, or even if you have teeth and you're wanting to move into this, it's a great option.
This is something that you and your team at Pittsboro Family Dentistry will work with the patient to help take it off and clean it from time to time.
Exactly. So with this option, you'll come to the office about twice a year to have it removed. So it's semi-removable. You don't have to take it in and out at night. And when you come to the office, we'll clean it for you. Sometimes we'll replace those O-rings, tighten it back up, and you're good to go.
Look at how that just sits right in there. And that's a porcelain set of teeth.
Yes, so with the porcelain, we can get that to look a lot more natural. The porcelain, it allows light through a little bit better. Sometimes that plastic feeling, the way it reflects the light, it doesn't look as natural.
And it's bulky in your mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if God gave us our baby teeth and then our adult teeth, Dr. David Heath is going to give us our 3rd set of teeth with a mini dental implant we call the roundhouse, which is an exceptional look.
This is a great option if you just kind of want to get teeth and have the most natural feel to them. They're going to be cemented directly onto the implants. Typically for this option, we'll do about 10 to 12 implants into the bone. The roundhouse is going to be cemented directly on that.
So this is a
more permanent option, and it's going to be very secure. You don't have to worry about coming in or out or anything like that. It's just going to give you that confidence that it's in there and you don't have to think about it as much.
So this is the most premium look. So if you have some teeth that need to be removed, you'll work with the patient so that the palate is clean, if you will, and now you can do this with an upper and a lower or both.
Yeah, if you need an upper only or a lower only or both, this is a great option for you to really get that most natural look.
And it's a great sense of confidence because our smile says so much about us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the mini dental implant, we've seen how it will help with dentures and that full look with the roundhouse and the fixed on 6. But if you've got teeth that are in the back of your mouth and you're out there in Indiana saying, well, I've had that problem for a while, out of sight, out of mind, those back teeth are very important because you chew with those back teeth. Those back teeth help form your face.
Whether you're missing one tooth or multiple teeth in the back, it's very important that they're replaced. Oftentimes, when you lose one, it can kind of cause a domino effect. You're putting more pressure on the other teeth. You'll start to have issues with those. So the longer you are going without teeth, it's going to cause more and more problems. With this option, this is an example of replacing multiple teeth on that side. You can see a series of 4 mini implants placed. In this example, you see 3 crowns, and they're cemented directly on there. And with this type of option, you're going to be able to clean around this with a water pick and really get it very natural looking. And when we smile, we really do show a lot of our back teeth.
And when you eat your food and digest your food, the chewing capacity of those back teeth are really the engines that make it go.
Yeah, so to get full nutrition, we have to be able to chew our food completely. If you're missing back teeth, you're not getting that done completely.
Now, here in Indiana, a lot of people, that work on a farm, or we go out fishing, or maybe there's a sports injury, or somebody that's in Indianapolis, you're only 25 minutes away from Monument Circle.
Exactly.
If you have a single tooth that's knocked out, maybe even in an auto accident, the mini dental implant procedure will help. Show us a single tooth option.
Yeah, so this is very common to be having a front tooth that's like you were saying, trauma from a car accident or a sporting accident. And it's very embarrassing to walk around with a missing front tooth. So with this option, we can replace it very quickly in the office. Oftentimes in one visit, you'll have a tooth and be feeling great. As you can see, there's a single post here. This is cemented directly on that. and you can really get it back.
And we should mention Dr. David Heath, by the way, from Pittsburgh Family Dentistry. The single tooth is not something that just arrives in a box and you put it in.
Exactly.
You know, you're too young to remember this, but there used to be a television show called Flipper, and it was a dolphin that swam around and we all had fun with. We don't want that flipper in our mouth. We want an American-made, custom-made, single tooth with that implant.
Yeah, so these implant crowns are made in Buffalo, New York, and one of the greatest labs in the world. And they are custom made directly for your mouth, and they're a great fit, and they'll be matching the rest of the teeth very well.
Well, Dr. David Heath is with us from Pittsburgh Family Dentistry. They're at 204 North Maple Street in Pittsburgh, Indiana. The phone number to call, 317-678-9420, and you can find out more at pittsburghfamilydentist.com. We talked a little bit about the mini dental implant, and there's a gentleman named Gordon Christensen who's sort of the guru of implants.
Exactly.
He has said that the mini dental implant procedure over the course of time will prove to be so much better than the conventional implant because the way it's snapped in, it's locked in place. You won't get bacteria later on, and it's going to be more stable.
Yeah, it's a lot simpler procedure overall. So anytime that's a simpler procedure, there's basically less moving parts. And I've always felt like dentistry has always been kind of, to be honest with you, it's always been kind of behind on technology compared to some of the other medical professions. So the mini dental implant really moves the dental profession in the positive direction.
Let's talk about you for a little bit, Dr. David Heath. Where did you grow up?
I grew up right near Pittsburgh in Brownsburg. So. Yeah, very, very close by, and
You're an Indiana guy.
Indiana guy, that's right.
Where did you go to school?
I went to school I went to Brownsburg High School, and then to Ball State in Muncie, and then I went to dental school at IU.
Now your practice is called Pittsburgh Family Dentistry, and I know family is very important to you because you are a family guy.
That's pretty much my whole life is my kids, and sometimes if you're at my office, you may see one of my kids running up and down the halls, and you'll hear some laughter. So, and that's just like the type of atmosphere we try to have, a comfortable atmosphere, laid back. I'm a pretty laid back guy, so we try to keep it comfortable for you.
Well, it's great that your family's involved, and it's great that Family Dentistry is the name of your practice, because if you're out there and you need a mini dental implant, you can go to see Dr. David Heath, because Pittsburgh Family Dentistry is a mini dental implant center of America. But if you have other needs for family dentistry, you can go and see you on that.
Yep, we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So on your website, you talk about the mini dental implants, and you mentioned Buffalo, New York. There's a dentist up there who helped you along and has patents on the mini dental implant. Right. Talk to us about your connection with Dr. Todd Shatkin.
So yeah, Dr. Shatkin has really kind of revolutionized dentistry and bringing this technology to the field. And I've trained directly under him here, and he's really shown a lot of creativity in how these mini implants can be used.
So that's important because you're bringing that technology to Pittsburgh and everywhere in between. I mean, when you talk about Pittsburgh, you mentioned Brownsburg, and you're 25 minutes from Indianapolis, or west of Indianapolis.
Right.
So anybody in this area can come to see you and get the latest technology.
Yeah, I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do too. Well, they should. And if you're not, you make sure you go to the website, pittsburghfamilydentist.com. And let's talk a little bit about some of the other things you do in your practice, because you have gentle cleanings.
Yes. Yeah, we have great hygienists. All of them have been doing it for a long time, and we get compliments all the time. Great reviews on our hygienists.
Teeth whitening?
Yes. Right.
Same day emergency care?
Yes. Yeah, I've had a lot of extra training in extractions, removing teeth. So we generally can do that pretty quick for you.
Clear Correct, which is sort of the new age of braces.
Yep, clear aligners. If you're not happy with your smile, if you want that one tooth a little bit straighter, those lower teeth that kind of shift over time, we can get those back to looking straight.
And I want to talk to you about affordability, because here in Indiana, many of us have mortgages on our homes. We buy a car, we pay for it monthly.
Right.
We're used to doing things in a way that makes it affordable so we can have those products and those items in our life, but it's not that much money, but you'll make it affordable for the patient.
Yeah, we'll work with you, and you want to have that smile as soon as you possibly can. So in order for you to get treatment as soon as you can, we do offer some financing options to kind of spread out payments and really work with you to make it easy for you.
This was really affordable.
Yes, it's totally affordable.
I would definitely recommend mini dental implants to everyone.
I wish I would have got it done a long time ago.
The mini implants are the only way to go.
It's the best decision I ever made, so it's well worth it.
So you make it affordable. I think it's very important. So somebody's out there in Indiana, they're thinking, maybe I'm a target audience for this mini dental implant. You'll work with them, and you do offer free consultations.
Yeah, free consultations. You come in, we'll take a 3D image, really check your bone, and kind of go over all these options with you and really decide what's best for you.
And you have what's called cone beam technology. It sounds like a space age movie, but this is three-dimensional technology for you to take a look at the individual to find out where that mini dental implant should go.
Yeah, it really helps us kind of see the whole picture. You're not just treating one tooth, you're treating the whole mouth. So it helps us see everything and really come up with a good plan for you.
I should mention that PittsburghFamilyDentist.com is the website you're going to want to go to. The phone number is 317-678-9420. If you're thinking about what the mini dental implant procedure might mean to you to change your life, you should make the call. The mini dental implant is 5 times less invasive, less pain and discomfort, less healing time, less visits to the dentist. Not that we don't want to go and see the kids kicking around, but that's okay. It's a little less time to go. And then it's, of course, less expensive. And this is an investment in you because I'm sure that you have heard from some of your patients who have dentures that they've had embarrassing situations where the denture falls out. Or the grandkids or the kids say, Grandma, why don't you have any teeth? Share some of those stories.
So yeah, I mean, I've had a patient that, you know, every time her grandkids were around, she was embarrassed that, you know, they would make comments or say something about her teeth moving. And, you know, once we did the minis on it, she really got her confidence back and can play with her grandkids, you know, blowing out the birthday candles and everything like that. So
yeah, all the things that make life what it should be. So Dr. Heath, you know, somebody that has a denture, they might resign to the fact that they're not going to enjoy the foods that they're used to enjoying, like the sink pizza and all the other great things Indiana has. But that doesn't need to be with the mini dental implant. And what makes this procedure so revolutionary, it happens in your office. So patients don't have to be going around to different medical facilities. In your office. And how long does it take?
It does not take as much time as the conventional implants. So that's one of the great things about the minis is we can do it all in office, a lot less visits, a lot less healing time, and you're not going to the oral surgeon, the periodontist, and being shipped around to all the different, you know, specialists. We can do it all in office, you know, as quick as we can.
And that's why you're a Mini Dental Implant Center of America, so everybody in the area can go and see you. And you've done some minis with dentures. What has the patient said when they get that stabilization?
The biggest thing is getting rid of the goop, getting rid of the bad tasting denture adhesive, the denture cream. Nobody really likes that. So that's been the biggest thing. And just having that confidence back to be able to smile, laugh with your friends, laugh with your family, and really being able to enjoy life again.
So talk to me about some of the other patients that maybe you've worked with, young and old, who not only with a mini, but another life-changing event, you know, by going to the dentist. I would think that getting that smile back gives them that sense of confidence.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a patient that lost their front tooth. It was, you know, late in the week. They had to go to work the next day. It had a root canal on it, and this is common with root canal teeth. They get really brittle, especially in the front. They'll snap off at the gum line, and you need a tooth right away. So this has been a great procedure to be able to add that mini implant in there and get you a tooth, and you're walking out the door with the same smile and feeling a lot better about yourself.
So that patient must have really felt a sense of confidence. And
yeah, just a sense of confidence, a sense of relief that they weren't going to have to go a long time without their front tooth.
Yeah. And the smile is important. Do you see patients of yours smile more?
Oh yeah, smile more and just feel that confidence and just really get a big part of their life back.
Getting the mini dental implants was a life changer for me.
If you're concerned about your looks, then obviously this is the way to go.
Not a second thought about it. I would do it again.
How could you go wrong?
I just can't say enough about how I feel.
This is something that is so incredible.
I feel a lot more confident. My smile feels better.
It brought a lot of confidence back to me.
It's just amazing what it does for your self-confidence and how you feel about yourself.
I am very happy I had the procedure done. I feel as though I have my smile back.
It's just unbelievable what it's done to my life.
You kind of
gave me my life back.
I feel like I do have more confidence than I did before.
Now, some people who are watching maybe have not been to the dentist in many years for whatever reason. Why is there such an apprehension, do you think, to go to the dentist?
Well, I hear the same story over and over again. A lot of times patients have had bad experiences in the past or even bad experiences when they were a kid and had just never really gotten over that anxiety and that fear.
So they may have had a painful experience.
Painful experiences and just, not being listened to, feeling like they were being heard. And so, that's a big part of our office is, listening to our patients, hearing our patients, what they have to say, and being able to provide as painless dentistry as possible.
Well, and the Pittsburgh family dentistry practice has been there a while. You've not been there as long as the practice has been around. You've been there just in the last couple of years. But the technology is where we're going with this.
Yep.
We talked about the cone beam, we talked about the mini dental implant, and all of that is why someone should go to the dentist, particularly if they haven't been in a while, even just for cleaning.
Yep, and no matter how long you've gone without going to the dentist, it's never too late. We can always catch you back up, and don't let that be a deterrent to keep you out.
No, not at all. Well, Dr. David Heath and his team from Pittsburgh Family Dentistry, they're at 204 North Maple Street in Pittsburgh, Indiana. Like we said, they're close to everywhere in the state of Indiana and west of Indianapolis, 25 minutes from Monument Circle. Online, PittsburghFamilyDentist.com. David, when people talk about less pain, it really is less pain. It's just an over-the-counter medication that you would use to help mitigate whatever slight pain there might be, if at all.
Right, and a lot of times that's all they really need. After having a mini implant done, just some over-the-counter medication to help with that pain. And I have a lot of patients who tell me, almost no pain directly after, didn't need anything.
It was totally painless.
What pain? I didn't have any pain. It didn't hurt.
I never felt a thing.
There was no pain, no discomfort whatsoever.
The entire procedure was virtually painless.
One trip, it's great.
One visit, you're done.
Less trips, the better.
It's actually really painless, and I wish I would have got it done a long time ago.
So I did it, and I'm very happy with it.
And within an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, I walked out of here smiling and couldn't be happier, literally pain-free.
It was good.
And keeping it clean. We should all practice good dental hygiene, no matter whether we have a mini dental implant or not. But if you have one, how do you keep it clean?
So the best way is we like the water pick or any type of water flosser is really going to help keep these as clean as possible and keep the gums around them as clean as possible, and that really keeps it healthy. So with a water pick, it's fun to use too.
It is fun to use. You squirt the kids with it, David.
Right, there you go.
They could squirt you.
Right.
Now let's talk about, we'll go back. If you've just joined us or you're halfway through Innovations in Health, we're talking about the mini dental implant, a procedure that will change your life. If you want to be you again, this is where you're going to find Dr. David Heath at Pittsburgh Family Dentistry, 204 North Maple Street in Pittsburgh. We're going to show you real quick now the models. If you saw it earlier in the show, now it's really going to hit home. If you're just joining us, we really need to impart this information to you. This, in a lightning round fashion, Dr. Heath, the old versus the new implant.
Yeah, the old style implant, you're going to have a larger hole to get that implant in there, and with that you're going to take away a lot of that bone. With the mini implant, it's just a small toothpick size hole. The implant threads right into the bone, and it's going to be very stable right away.
Look at the difference, a big hole versus a smaller one. What choice would you rather make?
I think it's easy.
Yeah, and the titanium post is what holds the mini dental implant in. The bone grows around the titanium post on the bottom, and it keeps the stabilization. And we're going to talk about a lower denture.
So the lower denture typically place in 4 mini implants in the same day. We'll take your existing denture and place the snaps in and get that to snap in, and you'll be able to eat right away.
Stabilization, and the goop is gone because it's not going to be swimming around on the bottom of your gums.
That's right.
Yeah. And if you have a lower denture, odds are you have an upper, and now the sense of taste is going to come back because the palate is exposed.
Yeah, so the big part with this upper denture is getting that palate out of there. It will really improve the way you taste foods, your sensations, hot, cold. I mean, it's such a huge part in being able to taste all your food.
And look how it snaps right in, because now the stabilization part, it's not going to fall out. So if you're enjoying foods at a family party, no matter what your age, and you're going to taste all the great foods that we love in the great state of Indiana. Now, if you want an even brighter and bigger look, this is called a fixed on 6.
So the fixed on 6 typically place 6 to 8 of the mini implants directly into the bone. And this is a porcelain fabricated restoration.
Made in America.
Made in America.
Custom for the patient.
That's right. And we'll be able to pick your shade, you'll get a nice white smile, and it'll be able to snap in and out at the dental office. It's not something you'll have to take in and out at home, and be able to clean around it with a water pick.
But there's an even brighter and bigger version of the mini dental implant, and this one, it's almost as if you got your third set of teeth.
Right, so with this option, you can see we have about 10 to 12 implants placed into the bone. Again, a completely porcelain restoration is cemented directly onto the implants. So you kind of set it and, we still have to clean around it, but it's a lot easier, it's a lot simpler process.
More permanent process.
Permanent, yes.
Yeah, and with that, as we said, that titanium post, the bone grows around it. So this is going to be a stabilization for life.
Right.
Once that is made, and there's no plastic.
Yes, without the plastic, it really helps, in terms of if you have any issues with gagging or, it can be uncomfortable, bulky. It's just a really natural feeling.
So we talked about the mini dental implant, how it's going to change your life. If you have teeth in the back, we talked earlier about how important those teeth are, because if you're chewing all the great foods we love in Indiana, you're going to want to make sure that you get every bite and every morsel and every piece of nutrition. But those back teeth, if there's a problem, you've got a problem.
Right, so if you're missing a back tooth, it's really important to get it replaced, and this will get you to have a tooth there as soon as possible. So this example, you have 4 mini implants, 3 crowns cemented right on, and it's a really simple process.
Fills your face, brightens you right up. You can
Right.
enjoy all the food, and let's face it, you want to make sure you have a bright smile. If you're missing a tooth, it's a very uncomfortable situation. It could happen through an accident. It could happen because there's some degenerative issue with the tooth. Show us how a single tooth can be fixed.
Yeah, and there's so many reasons that you're missing a tooth. Most people have a missing tooth somewhere in their mouth. So if you're missing a front tooth, it can be very embarrassing. So, getting a front tooth there as quickly as possible, this is a great option. You have the mini implant placed directly in the bone, and then the custom crown cements right over that. And a lot of times we can get you a tooth same day.
Same day, in-office procedure. We don't have to go
Right.
around town. Everything happening at 204 North Maple Street. Dr. David Heath, why did you become a dentist?
I became a dentist because, there's nothing better than having a great smile. So it just, it's one of the first things people see about you. And, I've just always liked working with my hands. And it's kind of a great blend between science and then that artistic aspect of it as well.
And I know family is very important to you.
Right.
Because family, not only your family, but the family of patients that you have.
Yeah, so the office that I've tried to create, I feel like I'm really treating my neighbors because I grew up in the area, so they're the people I've grown up with and known my whole life sometimes, so I really just try to treat everyone like family.
Yeah, and you do, and you are from Pittsburgh Family Dentistry, Dr. David Heath, an innovator in health right here for everybody in Indiana.
Thanks, John.
Thank you for joining us on the program,
Well,
and
thank
if
you,
you want to reach out, go to 204 North Maple Street, Pittsburgh, Indiana. The phone number, 317-678-9420. Dr. David Heath, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, John.
Thank you, and thank you for watching Innovations in Health.